Welcome to this explainer. As we cross that 65 milestone, our bodies go through some pretty profound biological changes. And frankly, nowhere is this more critical than in our most vital organ, the heart. Whether you're managing your own health or maybe caring for a senior loved one, a highly specialized approach to nutrition is absolutely required to keep the heart strong. We often hold on to the habits of our youth, right? We just assume what worked before will keep working. But the biological truth is, the diet that kept you perfectly healthy in your 40s is simply no longer enough to protect a senior cardiovascular system today.
Okay, let's dive into this. It's a remarkably common assumption that as we age, we inevitably have to rely solely on a growing list of daily medications to manage our cardiovascular health. Now, modern medicine is incredible, for sure, but leaning on prescriptions alone while completely ignoring your plate, that's a huge missed opportunity. Your kitchen actually holds powerful, medically backed superfoods that can actively intervene in the aging process of your heart. It's time we challenge the idea that your diet from 20 years ago is still getting the job done.
To understand why, we really have to look at the biological reality of aging. As the decades roll by, the structural integrity of our blood vessels physically changes. Arteries naturally begin to stiffen up, losing that youthful elasticity that allows blood to just flow effortlessly. And at the exact same time, systemic inflammation tends to rise, acting as the slow, quiet stressor on your whole cardiovascular system. To actually improve circulation and keep the heart young, we need to introduce specific foods that actively combat this stiffening and calm that inflammation down. Age 65 is a really significant milestone. In geriatric cardiology, this is exactly the point where we see a distinct shift in cardiovascular needs. It's no longer just about preventing future issues down the road. It's about actively managing and repairing the wear and tear that has already happened. The medical reasoning is crystal clear here. At 65, your nutritional strategy absolutely must upgrade from simple maintenance to active defense and cellular repair. So to build this active defense, we're going to explore 5 scientifically backed superfoods today. The artery cleaners, the omega-3 powerhouse, the cholesterol mop, the antioxidant boost, and the potassium king. Let's start with section 1, the artery cleaners. We're talking about leafy greens. Why are these greens so incredibly critical for a senior's heart? Well, it all comes down to their unique biological makeup. Spinach and kale are absolutely packed with vitamin K and naturally occurring nitrates. When you eat these nitrates, your body converts them into nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is basically a miraculous little molecule that tells the smooth muscles around your arteries to just relax. This biological mechanism directly counteracts that arterial stiffening we talked about earlier. It maintains the elasticity of your artery walls and promotes healthy, proper blood clotting. And this brilliantly illustrates the scientific consensus on the matter. A major study published in the Journal of Nutrition found exactly this. Daily consumption of these specific greens significantly reduces the risk of heart disease by improving that crucial vascular elasticity. This isn't just a general health tip, you guys. It is a highly targeted medical intervention for your blood vessels. Now, practically speaking, heart health after 65 has to be about accessibility. If you or a senior you're caring for struggles with chewing raw vegetables or digesting them, you don't need to force down giant, tough salads. Simply toss a handful of fresh spinach into your morning scrambled eggs until it wilts down nice and soft. Or blend a single leaf of kale into a daily fruit smoothie where you literally won't even taste it. These are safe, incredibly easy kitchen techniques that don't require radical dietary overhauls, but deliver absolutely massive benefits. Section 2, the omega-3 powerhouse, fatty fish and walnuts. For seniors, systemic inflammation is very often referred to as the silent killer. That's because it quietly damages blood vessels over many years, drastically accelerating heart aging. Omega-3 fatty acids act as a literal biological shield against this exact process. Whether you go for wild-caught salmon, mackerel, or a great plant-based option like walnuts, these specific fats actively lower triglycerides in your blood and extinguish those inflammatory fires. And here's a quick grocery checklist tip. Canned wild-caught salmon is a fantastic, highly affordable alternative to fresh fillets that still delivers every bit of these benefits. When it comes to fatty fish, the absolute magic number to remember is 2. That represents the specific target number of weekly servings you need to be aiming for to maintain an optimal, steady heart rhythm. The American Heart Association explicitly states that eating at least 2 servings of fatty fish a week acts as a shield against sudden cardiac events. For those over 65, I really want to emphasize that this is no longer just a friendly dietary suggestion. It is a crucial medical necessity. Your heart's electrical system literally needs these fats to fire correctly and steadily over time. Let's move to our next category and see how this builds. Section 3, the cholesterol mop. Steel-cut oats. Think of your bloodstream kind of like a plumbing system that over decades naturally accumulates some buildup. Steel-cut oats are rich in a very specific type of carbohydrate called soluble fiber. You can easily picture this by imagining that soluble fiber acts like a literal mop inside your digestive tract. Before bad LDL cholesterol can ever even enter your bloodstream to clog your arteries, this fiber binds to it, mops it up, and physically drags it right out of your body as waste. It's fantastic, active, daily maintenance for your arteries. But quality matters immensely here. We really have to compare the ultimate heart-healthy breakfast of pure steel-cut or rolled oats against those pre-flavored, sugary instant packets. For seniors especially, those accommodating common dietary restrictions like diabetes, avoiding excessive sugar is paramount. Sugar actually triggers the very inflammation we are trying so hard to stop, and it causes dangerous glucose spikes. So skip the instant packets entirely. Buy plain rolled oats, cook them gently, and sweeten them naturally yourself. Section 4, the antioxidant boost. Berries. So, the crucial point is understanding what exactly gives these berries their gorgeous deep red and blue colors. They contain anthocyanins, which are remarkably powerful antioxidants. Over a lifetime, your cardiovascular cells experience oxidative stress, which is essentially biological rusting. Anthocyanins actively combat this oxidative stress. They act like tiny scavengers, seeking out free radicals and neutralizing them long before they can damage your delicate heart tissue. Eating a handful of berries daily provides a vital extra layer of protection for a 65-year-old cardiovascular system. By repairing those aged cardiovascular cells, particularly the ones lining your blood vessels, berries actually help your body regulate blood pressure naturally. When you're picking them out at the store, use these visual cues. Look for deep, uniform color and really firm skin to ensure the highest antioxidant content. And remember, frozen berries are a perfectly healthy, budget-friendly staple to keep in the freezer if fresh ones just aren't in season. Section 5, the Potassium King. Avocados. For decades, so many well-meaning seniors have completely avoided avocados because of this widespread, lingering misconception about dietary fat. Well, it is officially time to debunk that. The monounsaturated fats found in avocados are absolutely not the fats that cause heart disease. In fact, they are the exact healthy fats that an aging heart actually craves to keep cellular walls flexible and cholesterol levels beautifully balanced. Now, what's really interesting about this is just how nutrient-dense they are. A single avocado delivers a massive 28% of your daily recommended potassium. It packs a potassium punch that significantly outperforms even the famous banana, making it an incredibly efficient way for seniors to meet their high mineral needs without having to eat huge volumes of food. The medical importance of this potassium simply cannot be overstated. Potassium is the key mineral responsible for relaxing the tension in your blood vessel walls, which directly lowers your overall blood pressure. More importantly, maintaining this high potassium intake has a direct, proven link to significantly reducing your long-term risk of having a stroke. It acts as a counterbalance, literally flushing out excess dietary salt from your system and keeping your heart rate remarkably stable. When we step back and look at all of these elements together, the message is actually profoundly encouraging. Fueling your heart correctly in your golden years doesn't require exhausting, radical dietary changes or overly complex menus. It's really just about actively integrating these 5 manageable superfoods into a simple 7-day menu plan. Leafy greens with breakfast, berries as a midday snack, and alternating fish and avocado for dinner. It's a simple rotation to effortlessly protect and repair your cardiovascular system for the long haul. The science is totally clear, and the power is absolutely in your hands, right there in your very own kitchen. So I'll leave you with this question. Which of these superfoods are you going to add to your grocery list this week? Take that first simple step toward a stronger, younger heart today. If you found this explainer empowering, please subscribe to Velmora Health for more science-backed longevity tips. Until next time, take care of your heart.